Hello. I can't sleep tonight. Uh, I tried sleeping on it. I'm not. Yeah. I just can't sleep. I hope everyone's doing okay. It's so good to see everyone that aren't here. I couldn't sleep, man. I am, if you so choose. I miss Seattle Judy. Where is Seattle Judy? It's too late for Seattle Judy to come on. I hope she's not mad at me. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Uh, I think she was upset with me, not can't put my finger on why or how or what or no Daniel Berry sports highlights. You must be taking a siesta as everybody else is around this place. Um, I decided since I can't sleep, I might as well just talk, get things off my chest, so to speak. It's almost 12 midnight here. Almost 12 midnight. Open to any topic, I guess, since I am the creator of this channel. Old Charlie. Hey, Michael. Good day, mate. Hi, old Charlie. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Find any Sheilas for me? Asking for a friend. Where's Miss Stephanie? What time is it in Australia, man? The life down in under. From life down under. Ha ha ha. Oh, the ha 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 is this is a knife. My favorite line, man. That's not a knife. This is a knife. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. It'd be cool to go to Aussie land. 3:30 p.m. Oh my goodness. On a Monday. Wow. So everybody's up and around in Aussie land. Wow. It's 12 midnight, struck 12 midnight right now in Mountain Time Zone, whatever they call it. I don't know. I'm so used to Pacific Time Zone. I kind of miss that time zone. Yep. Wow. What did you already have lunch? What'd you eat for lunch? Oh, they just had an alligator. Oh God, don't eat alligator. Yike. Can you imagine living down under and eating a kangaroo? Oh, oh, it's a delicacy down there, mate. Yeah, right. Uh, they don't eat kangaroo down there. I hope not. Ugh. It's really go. It's really guy. I wish Barnesy would show up. I love his accent. It's funny. Time you can't get you down, sport. Time you can't get you down. Oh, I wish oh, what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Jesus, it escapes me. That sucks. What is I'd have to wasn't hungry at lunch. Might get a feed soon. What are you feeding on? I don't know what that means. I think that means eat. I don't know. I'm so out of it. Why? Why am I so out of it? I'm out of it. I don't know why I'm so out of it, mate. You have company over at your house? Oh boy. No wonder I couldn't sleep. No wonder I couldn't sleep. What's up with that? Wish it was 3:30 here. Maybe some steak. There you go. Or some shrimp on the bobby. Shrimp on the bobby. I mean, shrimp on the Barbie. A bobby is an England cop. You don't want to eat cop. Ugh. Ooh, gross. Donner Party did all that in California. I miss the Golden State, but I like Utah. Utah is awesome. I just don't like the time zone. It's so weird. I've been here now 2 years, over 2 years. It's no wonder my mother lived in Salt Lake. Oh, it's got snow when she lived there. Oh, gross. I was born in the summer, though. July 1, it's coming close. And it's Canada Day. July 1st is Canada Day. Yeah. Everybody in Canada celebrates my birthday. I love it. Thank you, Canada. That's part of that colony you guys call it. I don't know why you don't secede from that union. get out of the king and queen stuff. England should get out of it too. I just don't know why. Wander down under into the bush camping. Wander down under. Who'd want to go on? It's Territory Day here. What's that mean? Does that mean you beat England like we did? July 1st is Territory Day. Is that just in Australia? I'm curious about that one, old Charlie. I really am. Is it really that day? Territory Day? What the bloody flip does that mean? July 1st. Does that mean you conquered England on July 1? Actually, they sent their prisoners over to Australia. They dumped all the ne'er-do-wells in Australia. Only this part of Australia. What part are you in? You're in the Northern Territory, right? I don't know what they call it. I'm a bushwhacker. What do I know these days? Into the bush. What the bloody flips? Oz. You guys, Oz. It's not. That's like the Wizard of Oz. Australia. Ozzy. Yikes. Well, Charlie, yep. It's when this part of Australia become a territory. Wow. Well, you guys are on your own, right? Except for the king and queen influence on your money. And they're clear over in England. Do they have to have a passport to go to Australia? Probably not. Oh, I'm just a king. I'm going to Australia. Us commoners have to have a passport. I don't understand that. It's crazy. I speak English. Why do I have to go there? They speak English. They don't speak any other thing. I know. I don't understand it, dude. I'm way off. I'm choking on my words. No wonder he's laughing. No, 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 no. 3:30 in the afternoon. Wow. How come I can't be that? I love daylight better than nightlight. Oh, I don't know. Walk along the beach with a significant other or a companion and holding hands. And, well, I can't walk, but I'll push my own wheelchair. Thank you very much. You okay, bro? I am. I just can't sleep. That's all. Other than that, I'm feeling great. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. The weekend was kind of different. I don't know why. We had a music class this past Friday. Start the weekend. That's pretty. I mean, that music, the banjo, and all that. You know, it's just different. It's different on aisle. Are you all right, Ultra? Are you okay? Are you doing all right, mate? I wish Miss Stephanie was here. Maybe she went shopping. I don't know. I just felt like going live. We'll try it later then, Michael. I'll catch up with you after. Sounds good, old Charlie. You take care. That means I get to talk by myself again. Have a good day, mate. Have a good afternoon. I hope it's not raining there, unless you like the rain. I'm good enough, thank you, mate. Hey there's Geoplanet Jane. Hello. Looks like I'm not talking to myself. That's good. I like that. Geoplanet Jane, how you doing? I'm doing good. I think. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thank goodness the weekend's over with officially 10 minutes ago. So I'm happy about that. Hi. Hello. You can't hear me? Can anyone hear me? Old Charlie, did you leave? I think he left. I think he's gone. Church was weird, man. I don't know. Strange. They let out super early. That's what was so strange about it. I was at my brother's funeral today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not fun. I'm sorry to hear about your brother. That's kind of sad. How come a lot of people are like passing away around me? And Terry's gone. She died of cancer. Oh. I wonder where Seattle Judy is. old Charlie just left. What a good chap he is. If you're Mormon, church is always strange. I am Mormon. I've been all my life. I think all churches are strange. Doesn't matter what religion you are, Mormon, Catholic. My father was Catholic. He died a Catholic. My mother's always been a Mormon. She was baptized in the Snake River in Idaho. It's beautiful, that part, man. I love Utah. I mean, I was born in Salt Lake, and I'm in St. George now. I love Utah. I didn't think I would. Always thought Utah was kind of a weird state, but I'm getting used to it. I just don't like the time zone. I hate the time zone. I don't know what it is about the time zone that I hate about it. I don't know. I'm just trying. Reese has got it good. I mean, right now, she's got a steady YouTube channel. It's really good. She makes it really pleasant. My brother had pulmonary hypertension. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, I've been a Mormon all my life. My father didn't care what religion we turned out to be. So in Wisconsin now. My father was cremated in Wisconsin. He was born in Sioux City, Iowa. I think my mom and dad met in Salt Lake. They got married in Arizona. My mom divorced my father when I was 13 years old. Going back home tomorrow. Where? To Wisconsin? GeoPlanet Junior. You're going tomorrow to Wisconsin? I've never been there. I didn't go see my dad's send off. I was rather upset with him. No. Okay. No. You're not going to Wisconsin. All right. I just couldn't sleep this morning. Home is California or Canada. Oh, you're from Canada or California? I don't know. I'm lost, as usual. Lost and found. A wretch like me. Amazing grace. Yep. California. Okay. California. Right? Yep. USA. Oh, California. Okay. Gotcha. California. Californication. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Cool song. I'm not much into the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah. I love Utah, man. Utah, we love thee. I love Utah. It's a great state. Pretty. No beaches, but which I kind of miss. I'm used to Santa Monica, Newport Beach, that Santa Barbara, that kind of feel. The beach communities are awesome. I was Mormon convert. You were a Mormon? You got baptized Mormon? My wife did too. My second wife that passed away. She converted to Mormonism. And she turned anti-Mormon. It's okay. I'm not anti-Mormon. I'm not a Mormon apologetic, though. I'm not that. But I will defend if need be. Until a proclamation on the family. Gotcha. I see. That was some time ago. I'll always be Mormon. My dad said he was born a Catholic, he'll die a Catholic. And I say I was born a Mormon and I'll die a Mormon. I went to a guitar mass a couple times. And Prop 8. I remember Prop 8. Yeah, the church was a big proponent of Prop 8. Look at Scientology. They don't like that type of community. I left for good. Understandable. I could never leave it. And now Episcopalian. Okay. I have nothing against people that left the church. That's their decision. That's their choice. They want to leave the Mormon church, they can. Unless they get bugged by Episcopalian. Isn't that like almost similar to Catholic? I don't know. Methodist, Catholic. I'm not sure. I know they don't believe in the Pope. I mean, Catholics do, but non-Catholics don't believe in the Pope. Oh, I want a chicken pot pie. I wonder if Vale Pie's got that. I mean, if they don't run out. The liturgy's almost the same. Gotcha. I've heard it's probably what, Catholic light, so to speak. I've heard people say that. You just don't believe the Pope. Pope is infallible. All of my relatives on my father's side are Catholic. We have gay and women priests and bishops. Gotcha. Well, Catholic Church don't have women in the priesthood. That's the same with the Mormon Church. I don't think either one of those two religions are gonna have women in the priesthood. Breakoff of Mormonism does have women in the priesthood. The Community of Christ have women in their priesthood. They're a break off the Mormon church. They broke off with us. We appreciate a good pope. Yeah, I think the Community of Christ appreciate a good prophet. They have a woman prophetess that leads their church now. It used to be the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That was the Emma Smith breakoff. And the Brighamites. I'm a Brighamite. I'll always be a Brighamite. That guy, Brigham Young, yeah, he was awesome. Love Brigham Young. So I'm a Brighamite Mormon through and through. I don't worship Joseph Smith. I don't worship a prophet. I worship Jesus Christ as my Savior. Prophet, not prophetess. Well, that's what the ladies are, prophetess in the Community of Christ. Because they have women in the priesthood. LDS and the Catholic Church will probably never have women in the priesthood. You like polygamy? No. I'm not a polygamist. I'm not a fundamentalist. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm not FLDS. I think Warren, in fact, I know Warren Jeffs, who is a FLDS prophet now, is a false prophet. It's not the weekend anymore. And you're talking religion. Why? Because I feel like it. Nope. Usually I'm pretty religious about that. Nope. I waived it. LDS sucks. Okay, that's your opinion. It's government talk today. Yeah, let's get back to government. Jagny Steve, do you think that President Trump did the right thing in taking nukes out of Iran? I think President Trump did what he had to do. Jeff sucks even worse. I agree. I've been watching since you started and you didn't waive it. Yes, I did waive it. Okay. I did waive it. I'm doing it now. Whatever it is. That I'm running my channel. You go run your own channel. Question is only answerable on panel. I can't answer in just one line. Okay. Nope. He started World War III. We're not going to have World War III. No way, Jose. People think there's going to be World War III. If we have World War III, we'll all be dead. Isn't that right, Jagny Sneed? If we have World War III. We'll just annihilate each other. Maybe that's when Jesus comes for his second coming. The Mormon prophet said we need to get prepared, that Jesus Christ is coming soon. We now need to be on high alert. I can't answer that. Why can't you answer that, Jagny Sneed? Only in voice. What do you mean only in voice? I don't understand what you're saying. All I know is, yes, I agree. We need to be on high alert. But I think being on high alert means Jesus Christ will be coming soon. Very quickly. It's getting close and closer and closer. I actually believe that. Put me on panel and I can answer all of your questions. All right, I'll put you on panel. Okay, my brother's coming. My blood brother, same mother, same father, is going to be on panel so he can answer my questions. Okay, we're going to get you up in there. We need you up in there. You're my brother. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Okay. There we go. Okay, I sent you a message. I sent you mail. What is panel? Keep alert, paying attention. What is panel? My brother's coming on to voice his opinion. I can hardly wait. There he is, knocking at the door to come in the panel. Hello, my brother. How are you?
On my camera.
What?
Okay, there we go.
Wait, how come I'm not on? Wait,
You're on.
how come you're not in?
I am in.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
What do you mean there I is?
There you is. Okay, brother.
All right.
Yeah, you were in the U.S.
Can you see me?
I can see you and I can hear you. Perfect. This is panel.
Excellent.
What?
I said excellent.
Yeah, it is. Oh, live video. Yes, we're live video. Non-conavere. What's that mean? You look like Colonel
It's
Sam.
Italian.
Nevada. In Nevada.
Okay. So how many are watching today?
Let me check. We got 8 watching right now.
Okay. I thought you'd have more watching since your brother fixed your computer.
Yeah, how do you know he fixed it?
I talked to him. What do you mean?
He fixed it perfectly.
You did? It runs nice and fast now?
Yeah.
Well, how come you only got 8 watching?
As they didn't know he fixed it. So just now. Anyway, let's get back to this.
To what?
Is there going to be a World War III?
Yeah, but not because of this.
There is.
Everybody's glad that Iran lost their nuclear weapons.
Do you think President Trump did the right thing? I voted for him.
What do you think?
I think he did.
Of course he did.
He's not.
Would it make any sense to let Iran have a nuclear weapon?
No, because they'll just.
Would you let your next door neighbor have a nuclear weapon?
Heck no.
Okay.
How they do it, dude? With that, what's that B-2? It's a stealth
I
bomber.
can't tell you. That's a military secret.
Oh, you were in the Army. They were flying this thing.
And I don't know because I'm not in the Air Force. That's an Air Force secret.
Yeah, the Army used to be part of the Air Force. Because
No.
Army Air
No,
Corps.
no, Michael. The Air Force grew out of the Army.
It did.
The Army was never part of the Air Force.
Oh, the Air Force is part of the Army.
Yes.
Who says that? They lost their nukes.
Who's this? Who are you talking to?
Joe Planet Jane.
And who is this?
Please don't offend her.
I'm not going to offend her. She's none of my business. I just want to know who doesn't know what's going on in the news, and they're on they're on your show.
That's right.
I mean,
she's
I don't want to call anybody names or anything, but there's such a thing as being too ignorant to be on YouTube.
Not me.
No, you're not. You know that it was a good idea.
It's a great idea, man.
Yeah.
Why are the liberals so uptight about all that?
Because they hate Trump.
Why?
Because he's a Republican. They have to hate Republicans. It's their religion.
Well, Trump used to be a Democrat.
Yeah, but he's not anymore.
And Reagan, too.
Yep, and Reagan and Tulsi Gabbard. And
she's a Republican now. Yeah, I like her. She should run for president. I would vote for her.
Elon Musk used to be a Democrat.
Yeah.
If you leave the Democrat Party, they will roast you. You're an apostate. You're a traitor if you leave the Democrat Party, and they hate you. Absolutely hate. The whole Democrat Party is built on hate, animosity, and jealousy.
Even Mother used to be a Democrat.
Who?
Mom.
I don't know about that.
Our mom. Flesh and blood mother. Yeah, she told me she was a Democrat.
Okay.
She was a registered Democrat. But she changed when
she graduated from college and got an education and figured out how the world works.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably when she became a Republican.
Yep. Gabbard is Putin's girlfriend. I doubt it.
Now, are you going to get a new computer, or are you satisfied with yours now that D9 fixed it?
I think I should keep this computer. It's not doing anything wrong.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Why don't you agree?
Yeah, I don't think you should fix something if it isn't broken.
It's not. I mean, it still works. Yeah. Still does what I want it to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. I agree.
Okay.
But
so you're not going to get a new phone either?
Probably not.
Does it do what you want it to do?
Judge Maddie, Malloy, why can't you sleep anymore? I don't know. Probably because of this thing with Iran.
So why do you think the Democrats are against Trump?
They always have been. Since
no, they weren't. They were his buddy 30 years ago.
Oh yeah.
When he had a nice TV show and he was all pals with them and he donated money to Hillary Clinton. At one time they thought he was great. Same with Elon Musk. They thought he was great. Same with Tulsi Gabbard. They thought she was great.
Oh yeah, because she was.
As long as you're a loyal Democrat, they won't have anything bad to say about you. But as soon as you switch, you become a pariah. You're an apostate. You're an outcast. It's just like Scientology, Michael. If you leave the church, you're an enemy, and that's the way Democrats treat their people. If anybody leaves the Democrat Party, they become a sworn mortal enemy of the Democrat Party. That's the way it works. So do you understand?
Did Mom believe that too?
I don't know.
I mean, she was an Ike fan.
De mortuis nil nisi bonum.
What?
It's Latin for about the dead say nothing but good. So I'm not going to talk bad about your mother.
I'd never talk bad about Mom.
Okay, well, don't ask me questions about her being a Democrat. That's kind of insulting to her memory.
Oh gosh. What about
What about Dad?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
always
but he was a Catholic, so you know.
he was always a Republican. You know what? Mom told me that Dad voted for Nixon, and
Well, let's not talk about dead people.
Mom voted for Kennedy.
What dead people believed.
The dead Kennedys. John F. Kennedy was a great president.
So, what else did you want to find out about the raid on Iran that I can't talk about?
You know all about it.
I can't tell you the secrets or anything. I can just tell you what was in the news. They should have done it a long time ago, but they couldn't do it when a Democrat was president. They were too busy trying to save the whales and stop global warming and protect gay rights and all kinds of other nonsense. They don't have the stomach to bomb Iran. They should have bombed Iran when Jimmy Carter was president, and the IRGC took over our embassy and held our embassy staff hostage.
And then how come Reagan got him out after?
Because
Carter?
they were scared of Reagan. They weren't scared of Jimmy Carter. They were scared of Reagan.
That's my real brother, Judge Matty. Yes, blood brother, same mother, same father.
The same exact one.
Yep. Judge Matty.
Well, maybe not exact.
What do you mean? You weren't.
Well, I mean, we're not the same guy, you know.
No. Do you like woke people? I mean, that's the Democrats.
I don't know what that means.
They're woke. Who's Antifa? What political party are they?
They align themselves with the Democrats naturally.
Oh, okay. That's a good answer. I agree.
They're a pitiful band of misfits who look for any opportunity to cause trouble, wreak havoc, damage property, and kill people. They're just a sad bunch of assholes.
Wow. Watch the language.
Well, you know that. Did you see them on TV? Did you see what they did to Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington?
I would live there.
What kind of people do that kind of shit?
Bunch of Antifa crap.
Yeah.
And look what's happening in Los Angeles.
It's the same people. It's the Democrat Party has a permanent cadre of rioters that they pay through their rich billionaire donors like George Soros to raise havoc. At any time, any small grievance, they'll try to turn into a gigantic riot. And it's the same people all the time. It's the same ones that did the Black Lives Matter riots, the same ones that did the anti-Jew riots in the colleges, and it's the ones that are rioting now. But you know, they're not going away. As long as they get paid, they're gonna keep doing it.
They actually get paid money.
Of course they. Why would they do that? How else would they live? They don't have jobs.
George Soros.
Their job is to sit around and wait for a chance to riot and burn down cities and stuff.
And they've been that way since Vietnam. When you were in
I don't know when they started getting paid. During Vietnam, there were a lot of people who would naturally want to protest, but at some point there was a decision made to hire a bunch of people to be on hand anytime they needed it to riot against whoever was the Republican in power. And they've got probably about 200,000 or 300,000 people on that payroll, and you'll see whenever they pull out a flag like a Mexican flag or a Palestinian flag or a Nazi flag, whatever flag that they're waving at that particular moment, it's all it's got creases in it from the folds where they pulled it out of the box. They bought those flags and handed them out to the rioters.
Are some of the rioters not getting paid?
Oh, I'm sure there's some some people who just want to riot for free. Yeah. But they wouldn't be there on their own. They wouldn't be there without the paid protesters.
Gotcha.
Now do you get it?
I'm starting to.
Well, George Soros, what does he spend his money on?
Rioters.
That's basically it. Rioters and electing prosecutors in Democrat cities who won't put criminals in jail, who will let them run the streets, rob banks, rape, beat up little kids, torture old ladies, do anything that they can to ruin society. And he funds these guys. He funds these prosecutors who let them get away with it. He finances them, and he finances riots. He and his organization, and plus several other Democrat organizations, they just want to raise havoc. They hate American civilization. They hate Western civilization. They hate logic and reason. They hate math. Do you know that they called math racist? Do you know that?
They called who?
Mathematics. They called it racist. They also called logic racist.
How can
they said it can't be. It's ridiculous, but that's what they do. This is how the Democrat mind works. Anything they don't like, anything that goes against them, like logic and mathematics, it's racist. They're nuts, absolutely nuts.
Wow.
They are. It's Scientology is like the Boy Scouts compared with the Democrat Party.
Are you serious?
Yes. When was the last time Scientology organized a riot and burned down a city?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of, but the Democrats do it all the time.
Wow.
Don't you watch the news?
I watch Fox.
And you don't know about this?
No, not all of it.
Well, better start paying more attention to the news and less attention to frivolous things.
People on here.
Like banjo players.
I like banjo players.
You'd rather listen to a banjo than find out what's going on in the world?
I do a little bit of both.
A little bit, yeah. But you don't know about what's going on because you're not paying attention to the right things.
I'm glad that we have the stealth bomber. That thing's awesome. It's secret.
Okay.
It didn't get touched by Iran at all. It flies so high that they can't get it by radar.
They could get it by radar if it was designed differently. It's not that they fly it so high. It's that it's made of materials that don't reflect radar waves. And it doesn't have angles, sharp angles in its design that also reflect radar waves. So it's difficult to detect on radar. And even if they did have it on radar, the air defense systems have been pretty much destroyed by the Israeli Air Force. So they don't have anything to shoot at it. Do you understand now?
That B-2 is awesome.
It's kind of old technology, though.
Don't they have newer?
Yeah, but they can't tell you what they are.
Yeah, that's an Area 51, right?
No, Michael, that's not Area 51.
Judge Matthews said, Mullah, you should have Jack me on more often. He's a right thinking kind of guy.
See?
Wow. And that's coming from Judge Matty. Judge Matty's a well respected DJ.
Is he a judge?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah. No. Oh, you mean professional? No, he's not a judge professionally.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That means he's probably not a lawyer.
No, he's not a lawyer. I
That's
don't
good.
think he is. That I do have lawyer friends though.
You have lawyer friends?
Yeah.
Whoa. Did I tell you that a lawyer died and went to heaven?
No.
And he was standing in line waiting to get in the pearly gates. And there was a pope who had just died that was in front of him in line. And the pope went up to the gate, and they said, "Oh, you're Pope Francis." Yeah. And the pope said, "Just a minute. There's somebody behind me. Why don't you serve him first?" As the pope would do. And St. Peter said, "Oh, okay." So St. Peter told the lawyer, "Okay, come on in." And the lawyer come in, and they looked over his record, and they said, "Well, you're good to come in here. Let me take you to where you're going to stay for eternity." So he led the lawyer up this path, and up at the end of the path was a mansion, and there were bands and food, catering, lobster dinners, and women and whiskey and wine all over the place, and people partying and having a great time. And St. Peter said, "Is this satisfactory?" And the lawyer said, "You mean for eternity?" And he said, "Yeah, for eternity. This is your place." And the lawyer said, "Gee, thanks, St. Peter." And so he went up to his mansion, and that's where he spent eternity. So then St. Peter went back down the hill to the gate, and he said, "Okay, Pope, you're next." So he brought the Pope in, and he said, "Well, Your Excellency, here is your final resting place. Come over with me." And he takes him over to a little 8x12 room with a Bible on the desk and a cot and a toilet. And he said, "Here's where you're going to spend eternity." And the Pope said, "Okay, thank you very much." And he went and sat down on his bed, and he got the Bible and started reading it. St. Peter comes back to the gates and said, "Who's next?" And a little guy in the back said, "Wait a minute, St. Peter, I think you've made a mistake." And St. Peter said, "What mistake? We don't make mistakes up here." And the guy said, but you took this lawyer and gave him a mansion with hot and cold running women and bands and food and wine and all the goodies, and let him stay there for all of eternity. But you give the Pope basically a little jail cell to live in for eternity. He said, "You made a terrible mistake." And the St. Peter came up and said, "Listen, bud, we don't make mistakes." And he says, "I'm in charge here." He said, "We have 67 popes up here. Do you realize that? But this is the first time we ever had a lawyer." He said, "This is the first time we ever had a lawyer."
First time we ever had a lawyer.
Do you get it?
I was reading the comments because they're interesting.
Oh, well, what I'm saying isn't interesting. Okay.
You went on a tangent.
So you miss. That's why you don't know what's going on. You watch Fox News, but then you're reading something else and
I watch Fox News.
making snide remarks and stuff.
I wasn't snide.
You make snide remarks when you're watching some hillbillies playing the banjo.
I do?
Come on.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, you did. Remember when you said yeehaw?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, people don't go to the day room and watch a hillbilly band so they can hear you yell yeehaw.
They're a Mormon band, that's why.
They were what?
Never mind. He didn't listen. Jackie watches way too much Fox. No, I watch way too much Fox. More than he does.
Fox News is for people who are cursed with the ability to think.
Yeah. I like Fox News. Can't stand Communist News Network, CNN, and MSNBC. I don't like either.
MSLSD.
Yeah, them too. I like Sky News too.
Yeah, I just want to know who could possibly be against taking away Iran's ability to make an atomic bomb. What kind of a person would say, no, you can't do that?
The Democrats would say that.
I know, but what kind of people would be a Democrat? And say, no, you don't. You got to let them around have the nukes. In fact, we're not gonna take their nukes away. We're gonna give them money.
The liberals.
You know? Okay. So now you know what's going on, right?
Seems to be.
There you go.
Wait a minute. Oh.
So did D9 show you how to keep your computer clean, keep all the bugs out?
He was doing it all.
Did you watch him?
Not really.
Because you can do it yourself if you know how to do it.
Well, it's working good.
Yeah, it is, and you could with pushing a couple of buttons, you could keep it working like that by yourself. You wouldn't need D9 to come over and do it for you. Did you get a new keyboard?
No, he cleaned it.
Oh, he cleaned the old one?
Yeah.
How did he do that?
He used the baby wipes.
But what kind of solvent did he use? Did he use like sulfuric acid or something to get all that crud off?
No, it's clean. Look at it. It's clean.
I can't see it. Well, yeah, but that's because he cleaned it. What did it look like before?
A little cruddy, not much.
A little cruddy?
Yeah, a little bit with food particles in it.
He told me he had to put a hazmat suit on him.
He's funny.
Well, I don't know. I saw your keyboard before you moved down here.
Oh, well,
I saw the one you had up in Salem.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
It looked like somebody pulled it out of the rubble from Mount St. Helens.
Now you're being funny.
No, it did. It was seriously ghastly.
Democrats hate Iran's nuclear enrichment program.
Where does it say that?
GeoPlanet Jane said it.
I didn't see that.
It's in the comments.
I don't know. I can't see that in the chat. Maybe the chat's got a 10-second delay.
Judge Maddie says, I'm bigly disappointed with Trump for bombing, but he is still by far the best president of my lifetime.
Well, I'd love to find out how you get rid of Iran's nukes without bombing them. Did anybody?
That's the way the Democrats, they just didn't care.
Yeah, but I don't think Judge Maddie's a Democrat.
Well, he says President Trump's the best in a lifetime. He hadn't seen Reagan. Ronald Reagan was a great president. He kept us safe.
Yeah, well, nobody is gonna come close to Ronald Reagan in that regard.
Well, Ronald Reagan used to be a Democrat too a long time ago.
Yeah.
All these Democrats are leaving to go to the Republican side.
They're
Like
not all doing that. There's quite a few dedicated Democrats who will never change their mind. Like I
Joe,
said, it's a religion. It's not based on logic and reason. It's based on a religious devotion to an ideology based basically on Karl Marx's theory that everybody is either a victim or an oppressor.
Joe Lieberman was a good Democrat before he died.
Well, that depends on whether a Democrat can be good before he dies.
Hmm.
So it's government talk today.
Well, it's Monday now. Yes.
Yeah. So you want to talk about government?
Yeah. Why not?
Well,
You're here. I invited you up.
I know. So, but you're the host, so you need to get the conversation going.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. We could have talked about religion a couple hours ago, but now that's over with.
That's over now. No more religious talk.
It's a lot easier to talk about religion because it's, kind of bogus.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, do you hear this? Judge Maddie
No.
just said, Malloy, I know you like girl hosts, but you should have a weekly Jackney show. Oh,
Well,
he doesn't have time.
yeah, a weekly show? Oh yeah, I could do a weekly show easy.
Once a week?
Yeah, I could probably do that as long as it's not more than about 4 or 5 hours long.
Well, however long you want to stay on.
Well, you're the host. You would decide how long I get to stay on.
Oh, I've
Right.
been on
Right?
an hour now.
Am I right?
What?
I'm right.
What?
You decide how long I get to stay
No,
on,
I mean,
right?
if you say I gotta go mow the lawn, you gotta go. I understand that or whatever.
Well, I only say that when I need it as an excuse. You think I mow the lawn 400 times a week?
Oh, that's true. Your lawn must be really pristine and green.
Well, it's kind of withering right now because of the summer heat.
Wow. So,
all right, so we got a topic, right? Government. What about government?
I think President Trump did the right thing. That surprised me too.
You already said that.
Huh?
Everybody knows that. You already said that.
No, I mean that surprised me though. I did.
Why?
I thought he gonna give him an ultimatum of blah blah blah. So many.
Well, somebody had to do it. They couldn't let Iran get a nuclear weapon.
They still have them, don't they?
They still have what?
Nuclear weapons. Iran.
Who?
Iran
No,
still.
they don't. They never did have a nuclear weapon.
Then how come they did their power plants?
They did it to stop them from making a nuclear weapon.
Oh.
They were doing research and they were enriching uranium in order to make it into a workable atomic bomb. And the raids were designed to interrupt their efforts at getting an atomic bomb, but they never had an atomic bomb.
So
as soon as Iran gets an atomic bomb, they're going to drop it on Israel. And the world can't have that.
Exactly.
Because that really would start World War III.
Oh, that's what you would think is World War III started. They said they moved all the enrichment uranium off.
Who said that?
Off site. GeoPlanet Jane said that.
Oh well, what does he know or she?
She.
Yeah, she doesn't know what's going on? How do you move enriched uranium anyway?
They were talking about it in the news.
Who was?
The news people.
But who was it?
I don't know the
Well,
source.
you can't just say the news people. You gotta tell me who said what, so I can research it and find out if it's a credible source, because they say all kinds of things. The news said that George Floyd was a just an ordinary guy minding his own business, and the police murdered him, and that's not what happened. They said that Jussie Smollett got lynched by some MAGA guys in Chicago, and that's not what happened. They said Joe Biden was mentally competent, and that was obviously not true.
I remember that.
They said Trump colluded with Russia, and that never happened. They say a lot of things, but you have to identify who it is so you can tell if it's a credible source.
GeoPlanet Jane said hydrogen bomb, not atomic. With their trucks, they moved.
A hydrogen bomb is an atomic bomb, Michael.
Oh, well, that's what I'm quoting her.
Well,
what she said.
You got somebody on there that doesn't know as much about what's going on as you do.
Well,
so you don't just pick up tons of enriched uranium, put it on a bus, and send it
truck
to some other secret location.
Are they doing that?
No, they're not doing it. It wouldn't do them any good anyway, because Israel would just find out where it is in 10 seconds and blow it up.
Or the USA, right? Those Tomahawk missiles, they use those things too. That's coming from the Navy, right? Tomahawk missiles.
Probably. They fire them off of ships.
Right.
Ships and submarines.
Which would be Navy.
You know the difference between a ship and a boat?
A boat, a PT boat is small. A ship is huge.
No, it's not. That's not the difference.
Okay, what is it?
A boat can be carried on a ship, but a ship can't be carried on a boat.
Oh, gotcha.
Did you hear about the teacher asking the class if anybody knew the difference between pick and choose?
Yeah.
You heard about that?
No, I haven't.
Oh. The teacher asked her class if anyone knew the difference between pick and choose. And one kid, little Manuel, raised his hand and said, "Teacher, I know what the difference is between pick and choose." And she said, "Good, little Manuel, tell the class the difference between pick and choose." And Manuel said, "Well, teacher, pick is when you select from 2 or more items, and choose is what we wear on our feet."
That sounds like never mind. I'm not going to step into that one. Yep.
Well, so that was funny.
Yeah.
Can you tell that joke to somebody else?
Probably not.
Why not? Can't remember it?
Can't remember it. Yeah.
How about, what do you get when you run over a bird with a lawnmower?
Shredded tweet.
How did you know?
Because you told me.
Well, you remembered that one.
That's easy to remember.
Why? Why can't you tell it? Why the other one easy to remember? Pick and choose.
Yeah.
Or is it pick and shoes?
Pick and choose. Anyhow, how many B-2 bombers do we have?
I couldn't tell you that even if I knew. That's a secret.
Oh my goodness. Are they running those things at what do you call it? Area 51?
No, I can't. I couldn't tell you. If
That's
I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
That's Air Force, right? Area 51 is Air Force, right?
Well, I couldn't tell you that either.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. And if I did know, it'd be classified.
What do you know that's classified?
Well, how could I tell you if it's classified? I can't tell you.
Oh.
Do you understand how security
Okay.
clearances work?
Okay. Do you have classified material that you know or not?
I can't tell you that either.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Just a yes
If
or
I didn't have any, I could tell you that I don't have any.
you don't have any. Okay, gotcha.
Right. But that's only if I didn't have any. If I did have some classified information, I wouldn't be able to tell you that whether I have it or not. You understand now? So I can't tell you if I have classified information or not.
Gotcha. Okay,
Okay.
I understand now.
But if I didn't have classified information, I could easily tell you, no, I don't have any classified information. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying I can't tell you if I have classified information or not.
Oh, okay. That's like me
So-
saying I don't know.
So what do you think? Do you think I do or don't?
I'd say, Vietnam stuff.
Well, that's not classified.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. Okay, and then so Iran don't have any nukes. Is that what you're telling me?
No, they don't. If they had a nuclear weapon, they would have blown up Israel with it. Because
And they
that's what they intended to do, and they didn't because they don't have them. And they're not going to have them because Israel is always going to be able to bomb their facilities. They're never going to get a nuclear weapon unless a Democrat president gets in there and tells Iran, here's some money, you can go ahead and build your nuclear weapon. That's the only way they're going to get it.
That's how they got it last Iran Contra, right?
What? No, that's not the same thing at all.
And I don't know.
And me neither. I don't.
I don't know. I just don't know.
So do you think they're gonna pass the great big beautiful bill and let people who make money through tips get a tax break?
Democrats are going to be against that.
But they're not the majority.
They're not. Exactly.
So do you think the Republicans are going to pass that and give people a tax break? For little people who wait tables and pump your gas and pick your tomatoes and stuff. You think they'll give those guys a tax break, or are they gonna nix that bill? What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Well,
I'll have to find out more
you're gonna find out when.
when they start talking about it more.
Or what did they say when you did pay attention to it?
How'd they fly those B-2
What?
bombers? Where'd they fly those B-2 bombers at after they bombed the uranium and stuff?
Well, I couldn't tell you that. If I knew it, it'd be classified.
Is that a top secret plane?
Oh, I can't tell you that either. It's classified information. What's so funny?
Just the way they used it, where they came from. I wonder where they. Oh, Missouri. They come from Missouri, right?
How do you know?
Because I've heard it on the news. I don't know.
Oh, you don't really know. You just somebody said it on the news. Who said it? You don't know, do you? No, you don't.
I can't remember.
You got to identify who it was, or else you can't investigate whether the source is reliable. Right? Besides, what would you do with that information?
Nothing.
It's kind of useless information then if you're not going to do anything with it, isn't it?
Right. Exactly.
And do I look like the kind of person who dabbles in useless information?
No.
Nope. So let's talk about something that matters.
B-2s are based at Whiteman Air Force Base. Where's that at? What state is that in?
It's classified. I can't tell you that.
It's near Kansas City.
Well, what state is Kansas City in?
Missouri.
It's not in Kansas? Are you kidding me?
No.
Why do they call it Kansas City if it's in Missouri?
I don't know. Can't figure that one out.
It's in Kansas. That's why.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's where Whiteman Air Force Base is.
In Kansas?
In Kansas City.
It's in Kansas City?
Yep.
I don't think so.
The B-2s came back home already.
I think
they're back.
I think you should go to ChatGPT and ask it where is, and then insert your claim and find out what they say, because they'll tell you.
Oh, I'm just reading what.
As long as it isn't classified.
I'm just repeating what Geo James saying.
You're repeating that.
Yeah, I'm repeating what I'm quoting her.
Is that a sound way of reasoning?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I'm just quoting.
Have you read her comments?
Yeah,
does it make sense to you?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Half is in Missouri and half is in Kansas.
Well, why don't you put her on panel?
I don't think she wants to go on panel.
Oh, okay. So,
have you ever been there? No, I've never been there. I've never been where you've been talking about. I've never been to Iran either. Oh, boy.
So
the Shah of Iran was a good guy.
What non-classified information can you talk about?
I don't know.
Well,
I was just saying the Shah of Iran was good, but he had secret police that would kill people. They were against the Shah of Iran.
All of those Middle Eastern countries have that.
They do? I didn't know.
Saudi Arabia has it. You remember when Saudi Arabia had their agents murder was it MSNBC or NBC or CNN, a reporter that they targeted and killed him and cut off his fingers and stuff. You don't remember that? Saudi Arabia did that. All those Middle East countries have secret police. Even the United States has secret police.
Are they the CIA?
No, it's different.
Are they the FBI?
No, it's different from them. They're secret.
Wow. Secret Service.
They have secret laws.
Secret
Service. Secret police to enforce the secret laws.
Secret Service, right?
Yeah. So saying the Shah of Iran had secret police doesn't say anything because everybody's got it. That doesn't make him the bad guy. Jimmy Carter pulled the rug out from under him. He ran a secular country. He didn't give any religion preference. He didn't lock women up because they went to school or didn't wear a tent over their head. And the Democrats didn't like him. So they replaced him with these mullahs who are enforcing Sharia law and throwing homosexuals off of tall buildings and executing women for letting a single hair stick out from their from the tent that she wears on her head. This is what the Democrats do. They trade a guy that they claim is evil for people who really are evil. And then they put some guy in the White House who can't tie his shoes so that they can manipulate policy behind the scenes and nobody will know who's doing it. This is what the Democrat Party does, amid other things that I mentioned earlier. They're just anti-civilization. Anything that resembles order and cooperation, they want to destroy. And then they call you a Nazi if you disagree with them.
They called Trump a Hitler.
Yeah, can you believe that? No, really. Can you believe that? They called Trump Hitler.
That's ridiculous.
It's not. It's worse than ridiculous. It's insanity. You have to be absolutely out of your mind to say something stupid like that in public on the air and think people are going to believe you. You got to be nuts, just absolutely nuts.
Oh, wow.
Don't you think so?
I got 31 watching this. What's up with
You're always going to have more people watching when I'm on the show.
I know. How come?
Well, I've been trying to tell you things and you don't believe me.
Yeah, I don't listen.
People want to hear the truth.
Hey, Val Brooks. Yeah, Val Brooks is here. Woohoo!
I've seen Val Brooks before.
Val Brooks, you want to come on?
I don't remember when.
Before. Val Brooks, you want to come in? Michael, go to bed. No, I've got 30,
Michael can't go to bed. He's not.
People watching this.
He's not sleeping.
I got 53 people watching this.
You do? How did they find out that I was here?
I don't know. Someone's rating me, someone said. They're not rating you. They're not coming in here. What's up with that?
Maybe I better leave before you get overloaded. You don't want the boat to tip over.
Oh, you're talking about the lifeboat, aren't you?
The lifeboat?
Yeah.
What lifeboat?
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Oh, man. You know what time it is?
Yeah, it's 5:21.
It's what?
No, it's 1:20.
5:21.
I see 63 people. I see 72 people in here.
If you had 100 people in here and you took 63 people away, how many would you have left?
I'd never get this many when I have. How did I get so many? Val Brooks and Trump, right on. Val Brooks. Val Brooks, you want to come on panel? You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. Oh,
hey, if I can show my face, anybody can. If you had 100 people on your watching your show, and 63 of them left, how many would you have? How many would you have watching your show after that?
I don't know, but I want to ask you this: does lifeboat even exist anymore? Jackie Steve.
Well, sure, they got lifeboats. They're
There you
required
go.
by law.
What's this? Yeah.
They're required by law to be on ships that take passengers out to sea.
98 people. There's over 104 people watching.
What?
What's
How
going
many?
on with my 104?
Where do you see that? I don't see that. What's so funny?
111, it keeps going up. What is going on with my watch hours?
Well, I've started a riot. I better call it a night then.
Oh no, then I'll lose my subscribers. Stay here.
No, those aren't subscribers. Those are just viewers.
Well, that's what I want, viewers.
I never saw you so happy to see me.
That's great. He's popular
why
with
is that?
Stephanie. Oi, land. Yeah. More people are coming in here now, too. Look at that.
Did Miss Stephanie get her new computer?
I don't know. It's getting a new
Well,
computer,
ask her.
Stephanie. Or what? Val Brooks.
Ask her if she got her new computer.
She did.
She did?
I don't know.
Well, ask her.
I just did. Did you get a new computer, Miss Stephanie? There.
Because last time I was here, about a month ago, she said her boyfriend was making her a new computer.
She said
I was just kind of wondering what.
She said
was
I
inside.
did. She said
Yeah,
I
what-
did.
Okay, so what's inside it?
Oh,
What kind of
dude,
motherboard is it?
it's a new day, Mr. Malloy. Oh my goodness. I need to have
Okay.
you on more. Oh, what's a week again?
Well, I'll be happy to, as long as you're inviting me.
Yeah, this is great.
Okay, so we're talking about government, and it's during the week now, so we're not violating your no government.
Well, it's
Codicil,
Friday,
right?
Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Monday now.
Yeah, it is Monday. Officially.
Okay.
Yep.
Now let me ask you a more fundamental question.
Okay.
Does government really exist?
There's no government like no government.
Right. Does government exist? Yes or no?
I'd say. What kind of government?
Well, what? How many kinds are there?
Okay, let's see. Are we going to war?
Uh,
Oh,
just a
no.
second. Let me
No.
get my magic 8-ball out, and I'll look at it. I got to turn it upside down.
It's all. We're gonna
Definitely,
World War-
maybe.
We're gonna have World War III.
Definitely, maybe.
When do you think World War III will happen? When the Democrats in
I have no
power?
idea. I have no idea. It's a mystery, as the nuns told you in school. Oh, you didn't go to Catholic school.
No, the dad did.
Whenever you ask a nun a question that she can't answer, she says, "It's a mystery." So that's what it is. We're going to war when it's a mystery. Only God knows.
Wow.
How many of those Cokes are you?
It's just this
Thank you.
one right now.
Oh, did you have the Pepsi that has what's that flavor they came out with? They came
Coke
out with a
Zero.
weird flavor.
Coke Zero.
No, it's Pepsi.
No, I didn't have that weird one.
I'm waiting for Coke flavored Pepsi. Pepsi that tastes just like Coca-Cola.
Oh. Miss Stephanie says it feels like you're interviewing a celebrity. That's what Miss Stephanie said.
Did you have a celebrity on last month?
Not that I know of.
Who was that guy that claims he was a reporter?
Oh, that's Dodge. He's a good guy.
Yeah, Dodge.
Yeah, he's a good
Okay.
guy.
So, did you get this many hits when he was on your show?
Did I? No, I didn't.
No?
Uh-uh.
Well, you ought to ask me some more questions so, keep your guests entertained here.
Aren't you worried about sleeper cells full of Iranians?
Who?
You.
Worried about sleeper cells?
Yeah, full of Iranians.
No. As long as they're asleep, they're no bother to me.
Will there be any more planes crashing into the Pentagon and all that?
I don't think so. I just don't think so. So let's have, instead of government talk, let's have math talk. Let's get you.
Oh no,
speed on math.
I ain't touching that one.
Well, it's just simple math, 4
No,
plus 3.
that Dodge interview was funny. I was paying him out
What's 4
about
plus 3?
being a bachelor.
You know what 4 plus 3 is. Come on.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Okay. Now what's 11 plus 8? Come on, get a piece of paper out.
19.
Okay, 19. All right. So what's 24 minus 7?
17.
17. There you go. What's 100 minus 63? It's pretty simple. Okay, let's make it easier. 50 minus 17. How much is that? All right, wait. Let's make it easier. How much is 30 minus 15?
That'd be 15.
There you go. See, you're getting better. If we went up a notch every time, you will eventually be able to do differential calculus and quadratic equations. But we gotta start slow. Got to start slow.
Well, Potato Biden let in 20 million illegals, mostly military-age men. So yeah, said Judge Maddie.
He was just trying to boost his YouTube channel.
Huh?
That's why he let all those illegal immigrants in. Try to get them signed up to his YouTube channel.
Oh, yeesh.
You didn't have calculators when you were in school, did you?
Abacus. Why are we talking? I don't want to talk about math.
Well,
brings back
okay.
bad memories for me.
Yeah, I guess. How about history?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Into history.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did Lee lose the Battle of Gettysburg?
Because the North defeated them.
I know that, but why?
Because
why did Lee, who was a masterful strategist, why did he lose the Battle of Gettysburg? He should have won the battle or avoided the battle if it was hopeless. Why did he let his forces get engaged in a battle that eventually wrecked his army and caused the defeat of the South? Why? There were 2 incidents that happened, and this is history. 2 incidents.
All I was there. The redcoats are coming.
Well, I guess we can't entertain that topic.
No.
Well, who sank the Bismarck? That's history.
England.
I know, but who did what ship bombed the Bismarck into oblivion?
It was a
The
bi.
HMS,
Huh?
HMS what?
HMS Limits.
No, it starts with an H. The HMS H, what? SMS, HMS HO. Come on, you know it.
HO.
HMS HOO. What?
Hoover.
No, close.
I
Come
don't
on,
know.
I can't give you the whole answer.
I got 123 watching.
Why don't you look it up on Google? Just ask Google, what ship sank the Bismarck?
The
Let's do
British
this the
ship.
easy way.
The British ship.
Yeah, it was a British ship, but what was the name of it? It started with an H, had an O and a O. Its initials were HMS Hood, and if you look it up, you'll probably find out it was the HMS Hood.
HMS Hood did it.
Who did it?
Hey, Google, what English ship sunk the Bismarck?
Sank the Bismarck.
As it sunk. HMS Rodney and HMS King George V, along with the heavy cruiser HMS. That's it right there.
It was the HMS Hood. The Hood sank the Bismarck.
It says HMS Rodney and HMS King George V.
Oh, that was
Along with
Rodney's last name,
heavy cruiser HMS.
Rodney Hood.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was a biplane that sunk it.
A biplane.
Yeah. He's laughing.
How could a biplane sink a battleship?
I don't know.
Okay. Who sank the Hindenburg?
It wasn't sunk, it was blown up.
Who blew it up?
Germany.
Wait a minute. You're not going to Google that one, are you?
What?
You're not going to Google who blew up the Hindenburg, are you?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Hey, who cuts your hair, man?
No.
You look like Benjamin Franklin.
Good. I need Benjamin Franklin glasses.
I need Benjamin Franklin money.
Yeah. That's what I need.
Okay. Did you get the answer?
No, I didn't want to answer it.
You didn't? Why not?
I didn't feel like it.
Oh, come on. You got to keep your
No.
guests coming. You got to keep your
No.
guests entertained. Tell
I
us
got
who sank the,
Australian. Wait, I got
tell us who
Australian.
sank the Bismarck.
Channel 7 in Australia previewing
Channel 7 in Australia
and
sank the Bismarck.
SW budget. Key takeaways and what they mean for you in America. Okay, we're done. Let's all
so
hit the
funny.
like button. Yeah, I agree. Let's all hit the like button. Huh?
What's so
Let's all
funny?
hit the like button. How come I'm getting all these
I don't
patrons
think
watching?
you got that. I only see 2 likes.
You got to refresh. I got
You
10.
probably have about 100 dislikes, and they don't show up on the screen. See,
Yeah, they know.
you got 100 people watching here who don't like me.
News update. I love Australian news. What are you talking about? All our news is Trump at the moment in Australia.
Well, Trump's the man of the hour. He's the one who gave the go ahead to blow up Iran's nukes. Even if you hate his guts, you got to give him credit for that. Somebody had to do it.
The Democrats weren't going to do it.
They weren't going to do it. You got to have balls. Democrats don't have anybody with balls.
How come they won't do? How come they won't?
They're chicken.
What are they chicken?
Have you seen their leaders?
Yeah.
Have you seen the so-called men who run the Democrat Party?
Bernie Sanders. Oh wait, no.
Bernie Sanders. He might have been a man at one time, and he's way over the hill now. But I'm talking about guys like Tim Walz, you know, and David Hogg, you know, and who was it? Who was the latest chairman of the DNC? He's pathetic. They're just, there is no and Arnold Schwarzenegger was once a Democrat. He could have brought some machismo to the party, but they ran him off, I guess.
Iran didn't know what hit him, do they?
They knew it hit them. They couldn't do anything about it. But they should have known that it was coming, because Trump told them, you got 60 days. If you don't negotiate in 60 days, you're gonna get punished. And they didn't believe him, or they did believe him, they didn't care, or who knows what goes through their minds. But anybody that knows anything at all beyond goo goo gaga, mommy, give me some milk, anybody older than that knew that Israel was never going to let Iran get an atomic bomb. Nobody expected them to let Iran get an atomic bomb. Everybody knew Israel would bomb the place first. Everybody knew it. Now Trump comes along and he does it, and the Democrats are acting like he's Hitler or something. They're nuts.
They are nuts.
They are nuts. Yeah. They told you that Joe Biden was mentally fit, and then after he was gone, they wrote books about how they lied about it.
How come they're saying that Trump isn't mentally fit? The Democrats. How come they're saying that?
Well, if you're a schizophrenic, and somebody points out that you're a schizophrenic, your only response can be, "You're schizophrenic, not me. You're the one."
Oh, I see.
You know, and they are schizophrenic. They're I don't know. It's probably some weird mixture of narcissism and schizophrenia that causes people to stick to the Democrat Party no matter what, no matter how bad they look.
That's all they got to say.
They could change, but then they're afraid they look too much like Republicans.
And they don't want that?
No, they don't want that. Well, because who needs them if they're just like the Republicans? Nobody needs them.
Then it'd be like a one-party system instead of a two-party system, right?
That's right.
Gotcha.
And if you had a one-party system, what would happen to elections? Nobody would vote. Why would you vote if there was only one party?
That's true.
That's true, yeah.
That's all they got, though. Trump is mentally incompetent. That's all they have.
Yeah, well, for 5 years they told us Biden was at the top of his game and running circles around him. And then after they got rid of him, they admitted, "Well, we lied to you. We were just kidding. We knew he was losing his mind a long time ago, but we just decided to let him go ahead and be president anyway."
Well, all I got to say is Trump did the right thing against Iraq.
That's right. But anybody could have done it. Anybody could have said, "Go ahead, Israel, bomb the nuclear facilities."
So Biden could have done it, but he didn't
He
do it.
could have, but he didn't have the brains to do it, for one thing. And for another thing, the people behind him didn't want to do it. They were scared. They are scared.
They are.
So let's move on to a different government topic.
Like what?
Well, you tell me. It's your show. You're the host. It's your day to talk about government. What questions do you have? I'll be happy to answer them.
Um,
No questions, huh? You got it all figured out.
no,
No?
no. Um,
As long as it doesn't involve military secrets.
right. Gotcha. Why'd they take out Fort Ord?
I can't tell you. That's a military secret.
Oh, you were in basic training there.
That was a long time ago. That was way back in middle of last century.
Oh,
That was a
God.
long time ago.
And
I don't really know why they got rid of Fort Ord.
Miss Stephanie is pro-Trump. She wishes that she had their president in Australia.
How do you know?
I'm asking Miss Stephanie.
Oh,
She says, "Are you anti-Trump, Jane?" They didn't have a primary when they what you call it?
oh,
Um,
they couldn't have a primary.
it was too soon.
No,
What?
they had a president. They couldn't go behind his back and have a primary and not invite him, and they couldn't invite him to the primary because he was mentally ill. So they couldn't have a primary.
Well, he would bow out. He should have bowed out when they wanted him to. George Clooney and them, and Nancy Pelosi and all those people.
George Clooney, the guy who went around to all the rich donors and said, "Give me $1 million for Joe Biden's reelection campaign, or else Trump's going to get elected." And so they all gave him a whole bunch of money. And 2 weeks later, he talked Joe Biden into getting out of the race.
Oh yeah.
How would you like to be a rich Democrat? You gave Joe Biden $1 million, and the guy that told you to give it to him convinced Biden not to run. You kind of feel funny.
Yeah.
But that's Democrats for you.
Misused funds. Right?
Well,
hates Trump. Why, Miss Stephanie?
If you give money to the Democrat Party, you deserve to lose it. How do people get rich in the first place if they're too stupid to keep their hands on their own money? They work hard. They work their nails to the bone. They work 7 days a week, staying up late, burning the midnight oil to make enough money to give $1 million to Joe Biden, and then he quits the race. And you sit there holding the bag. And you go, what did I spend all my time making all that money for? And give it to Joe Biden so that he could just quit the race. I just lost $1 million on this scam. Maybe they would quit being Democrats after that happened to them. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's probably the result of the public education system. It failed a lot of our people, and they don't know how to think anymore.
Trump did the right thing. Definitely did the right thing.
He had to. What else, what choice did he have? Let Iran get a nuclear weapon? You can't do that.
So Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon at all.
No, no, they don't. They never did.
Is
If
that
they
why?
had one, they would have blown up Jerusalem with it. They would have dropped a nuke on Israel if they'd had one. That's why they were trying to get one.
And that's why the B2s bugged out because of that. Their mission was accomplished, right?
Well, apparently it was.
Okay, I got it.
You finally get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think Joe Biden would have done the same thing?
No,
No.
he didn't do anything.
Nope.
Who are they going to prop up next? AOC.
What?
Who are they going to prop up next? AOC?
Well, they probably have to. They don't have any. They don't have any men with the balls to do anything. She has more balls than their men do.
Wow.
All the real men joined the MAGA movement. They want nothing to do with the Democrats. Democrats want to put tampons in the men's room and put men and girls sports. Imagine that. Just think about that.
Can you imagine NFL?
Men and women's sports.
That's ridiculous. Everybody wants a piece of the pie in this country.
A piece of the pie?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Everybody wants a handout.
Oh, well, you can't blame them. Don't you want a handout?
No.
If somebody gave you $1 million, would you take it, or you say, no, I don't want a handout?
If they gave it to me, I'd take it. Yeah.
That's right. You get it? So everybody's like you. Everybody wants a handout. You see? It's not a surprise, is it?
No.
That's the way people think.
Talked about the paid protesters. They want to get paid for what they're doing.
Well, of course they do. They don't want to go out there and risk their lives and risk going to jail for free. Most of them. Some of them will do it, the really insane ones. But the ones who want the ones who wait around and get paid to sit around and wait for an incident so they can go out and burn down a courthouse or a police station, they want to get paid. They don't want to do it for nothing. And you'll notice all these guys that the Democrats put up on a pedestal as model citizens, they're all criminals, like George Floyd and that guy that went to El Salvador, the illegal immigrant that went to El Salvador. He beat up his wife. Democrats just love people who are nasty and vicious and anti-civilization. They don't like people who actually try to help maintain an orderly society.
Like Hanoi Jane Fonda.
Actually, Hanoi Jane Fonda didn't really make a lot of money off of her political actions.
She did.
Probably cost her money. No, she made her money off of movies, which is a totally legitimate thing to do.
Right. And trying to think who else.
Who else?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so what's the next topic?
What's
Hey,
our?
we only got 8 watching. What happened?
I don't know. What's our next move
What next move?
that the government's gonna do?
I, I don't know. It's Sunday night.
No, it's Monday.
Tomorrow morning, Monday morning, okay, we'll get a new news day and we'll find out what's going on. But usually on the weekends, nothing happens.
Judge Maddie says, Malloy, we definitely need more Jack meat. That's
Yeah,
what Maddie said.
yeah, me too. I need more me.
Val Brooks said they were fighting in Congress for illegals to take over your home when you go on vacation. Democrats fighting, say illegals take your house. That's crazy.
But if you notice, if you pay attention, you'll notice that these rich Democrats don't want the illegals in their house. Remember that when they took some illegal Mexicans up to Martha's Vineyard, where all the Democrats have their rich mansions, and they said, "Well, here, this is a sanctuary city. Jump off the bus and go get some handouts." And the Democrats went, "Oh, no, no, we don't want them here. Put them back on the bus and get them out of here. Send them to New Jersey. New Jersey's a good place for them, but not Martha's Vineyard." And they had these signs out front saying, "We care about illegal immigrants," you know. They care as long as they don't have to have them around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How do you like that?
and they were mad at Mitt Romney for having illegal aliens.
They were mad at Mitt Romney for putting a dog on his car, but they
Yeah.
didn't get mad at Barack Obama for eating a dog.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, what do you mean he did? You knew that. He wrote about it in his book. That's why Gutfeld makes a joke about it on his show all the time about Barack Obama eating a dog.
I didn't know he ate a dog.
He probably ate more than one. I mean, if you eat one dog, why would you stop at one?
Oh, gross. Oh, and then they get mad at Mitt Romney for putting the dog on top of his car roof.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's a mystery, as the nuns say.
It is. Judge Maddie agrees with you, Jack Me. So
She does? Well, that's good. He does, I mean.
Val Brooks agrees with you, too.
Well, if you agree with me, you're more likely to be right. That's.
Oh, I don't
my
want
axiom.
Iran having nukes because, like you said,
Nobody does. Who wants them to have a nuclear weapon?
Democrats.
Yeah, well, I as I mentioned earlier, Democrats are clinically insane, so you really can't fault them for having stupid ideas because they're nuts.
Filipinos eat dogs. They do. It's a delicacy there. Yeah.
Well, but Barack Obama's not Filipino.
No, he's Hawaiian.
He's from Kenya, isn't he?
Oh yeah, that's right. Trump said Kenya in 2016.
Well, I don't know what difference it makes. I mean, the Democrats kept denying that he was born in Kenya. But my question is, why does it matter? If he was born, if you admit that he was born in Kenya, wouldn't you still vote for him? Why wouldn't you vote? You'd still vote. He still would have won the election. So what? I don't see what it matters.
Iran has said death to America. Is that true?
Well, how could I deny that? They've been saying that for decades,
since
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 Jimmy
Reagan
Carter
or
pulled the
Jimmy,
rug out from under the Shah.
and he shouldn't have done that.
Well, I mean, if he hadn't done that, the mullahs wouldn't be in charge today.
Does Russia
He
have
did.
nukes?
Russia? Yeah, they have the most nukes of any country.
More than us?
Yeah, more than the United States.
So they can annihilate us, right?
And we could annihilate them. But it only takes a few thousand nukes to annihilate a country.
They don't have that many.
They have more than the United States.
Yeah, they have more than the United States. But they don't have thousands, do they?
Yeah, they do.
How many do we got?
Thousands.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But they have more.
Yeah, they have more. They have more thousands. How many nukes does it take to blow up the world?
Is that going to be World War III?
No, I'm asking you. How many nukes would it take to blow up the world?
Thousands.
How many thousand?
Maybe
Why don't you Google it? Because I know you don't know the answer.
500,000 nukes.
500,000.
Yep.
Well,
500,000.
then we can't blow up the world because the world doesn't have 500,000 nukes.
Oh, okay.
What happened to all your viewers? You had 115 about 10 minutes ago.
I don't know.
Yeah, you got 7. Well, you run your show at 2 o'clock in the morning and then wonder why nobody's watching, you know?
They all went to sleep.
How many people would watch Johnny Carson at 2 o'clock in the morning? Probably as many as watching this.
Yeah, exactly. Hardly any.
Why don't you get somebody else on panel?
Val Brooks, you want to come on panel? GeoPlanet Jane, you want to come on panel? Masking. These people don't want to come on.
No,
No.
I don't blame them.
Why? Are they afraid of me or you?
No, they're not afraid of anything, but there's only 7 people watching, you know, including you and me, by the way.
Yeah.
So, you know, your audience is kind of small. If you're looking for a handout, you're not going to find too many billionaires watching this show.
Hey, Democrats, come on in here. You got the money. How come Kamala Harris owes money in her campaign?
You know, I'm starting to fall asleep. And unlike some people I know, when I do that, I don't let people see me do it on the air. So I'm going to go ahead and leave because I don't want people to see me sleeping in my chair.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to leave too because I don't want to fall asleep.
Wait for me to fall asleep and then call me on the phone and wake me up and see if I jump out of my skin.
Yeah, sure.
Well, let's see here. I haven't been paying attention to the comments. Let me see what the comments are. Aren't you in bed, Michael?
No.
Nope, you don't look like it.
I couldn't sleep.
You couldn't sleep?
No.
I was watching you the other night and you slept for 45 minutes.
On the show?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that happens.
And then the next day you said, I can't sleep.
Oh, yeah.
You can't sleep. You were sleeping for 45 minutes last night. What happened?
Yeah. I don't know what's happening these days.
Are my eyes really blue?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good night to all of our friends in the chat.
Good night, everybody.
to Michael. Good night, Mrs. McGillicuddy, wherever you are.
Good night, everybody.
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed myself. Good night.
Good night.
God bless. Bye. Leaving right now.